Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Jay, again. Just wanted to explain a little bit more about orbs today. We're gonna make the video short since I know a lot of you are probably busy, so and plus I like making short videos and try to put as much information as I can, simply as possible. But anyways, I want to explain an idea. Some of you have probably heard about this. Like being able to fit everything inside of a bubble. Now, if you want to consider it like this, I don't know if y'all have seen the movie Bubble Boy. Now, this kid, he lives inside of a plastic bubble because his immune system's really low and he can get diseases or whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is that, like, that bubble. Everybody lives in a bubble kind of like that, and it's like an invisible bubble. Now, everybody has their own individual reality in this bubble. Now, everyone that they talk to from bubble to bubble, that other person that they're talking to might not even be from your world. Matter of fact, in all aspects of that reality. Now, if I'm living on Earth inside of my bubble and I go outside and talk to somebody at the pool or something, there could be another planet with that same location on it, and they could probably look totally different inside their bubble, an entirely different race inside that bubble, and it would still correspond to both realities, which is kind of like a communication thing. Now, so you got all your five senses, right? Everything that you see, taste, touch, and smell and hear is inside of your bubble as far as you can reach in all directions, okay? With your body being the energetic body. Your body is energetic. It's just that the matter that's formed on your body contains all that energy as well. It's all compressed energy, really. Your true energetic form is basically made of light just bursting out of you. Now, your physical body couldn't take that, so there would be a lot of destruction and regeneration going on with your body from exploding with all the power that you have. It's just a lot easier to do it down here in 3D, being able to explode and regenerate faster, being on and off, kind of like an on and off switch. But anyways, the orb that you live inside, okay? It's just you by yourself in this orb. Your entire world is just an illusion projected onto you, okay? But other people that you talk to, yeah, they're real beings. But what you gotta understand is what they look like, how they smell, how everything. How they smell, how they look, how they sound might not be actually what they look and sound like. You could be talking to a dinosaur and you wouldn't even know it, because that's a projection they are putting on you, because you're the one that's human. Now, if you were human, you are human, but if you're a human, okay, typically you would feel more comfortable talking to someone that is like you or looks like you, at least is your type of being, lives in an area that you're familiar with, stuff that you're familiar with. You're more familiar with yourself, so when someone comes to contact you, okay, they're not going to show up in their true form, obviously. They're going to try to look more like you. Now, personally, I don't care if you come up to me looking like a dinosaur, I don't care if you come up looking like something more awesome than me. Like, if you look totally awesome, then cool, come up and talk, whatever. In your true form, I don't care. Honestly, I don't. But, anyways, just wanted to talk about it like that, because if you think about it, there's hundreds of people that you've met or walked by that don't really look like you. They're just a projection of yourself. Plus or minus, the facial features are going to be different, obviously, but most of the time they're going to look like you. You go walking through the mall, everybody in that mall looks like you, a human being. You're a male or a female version. So, you know, it's just a big projection. I mean, I don't know. I just assume that everybody is human and the aliens and stuff aren't really there. It's really hard for me to explain this orb thing to you guys because it's not really my idea. I just want to talk about it because it is an idea out there, and I do accept that idea because I'm living on an orb right now. I look up in the sky, I see an orb in the sky, the sun. I see a bunch of little orbs at night, the other stars and planets. So it would be kind of naive for me to say that orbs don't exist and orbs aren't real. It'd be kind of ridiculous to say something like that. But I just wanted to implement a new meaning with it by comparison of your reality being inside of an orb. Like, like say I wanted to stimulate in a creation something, and I want to convince a photon that it is a person. Now what I would do is send signals to it. First I would put it inside of a container, and I would send the signals through a wire into the container to the photon, right? And pretty soon I'm gonna figure out what signals to put onto this photon to make it start thinking about other things, okay? Now, in doing this, it's kind of like an experiment. So, you keep giving this photon different ideas. You figure out which ones it likes and which ones it doesn't. Now, once it's created a persona, I mean, you're looking at it from the outside. So all you're seeing is this little photon just moving around inside this box, right? Now, if you were that photon, what do you think that photon is experiencing? Hell, I could be that photon inside of this container, and something out there is sending signals to me to make me think that I'm actually a real person living in a real world, okay? This is what I'm trying to get to. Now, I want y'all to start thinking about that. What if someone is just sending you information to make you think that you're living in a real world, when really you're just a part of the real world? You aren't actually the real world. Because being the real world would mean that you would have a body and you would be able to experience reality on your own. So, and not being in a real world would be like everybody just lying to you straight up, just keeps lying to you until you start believing what they're saying. And if you believe in something, then it will become real. Reality isn't just something that is fake or real. All it is just stuff that you believed. Stuff that you believed in. If you don't believe in something, it's probably not real. And I'm not saying that you can sit there and say, oh well, I don't believe the color blue exists. Because you've already accepted that as a color. And you've already been given that stimulation of blue. You already know what blue is. You can't flip it around and say that blue don't exist. Now, if you wanted to undo blue, you would pretty much have to repeat that as many times and with as much intent as you did when you believed that there was blue, to cancel the effects out. Now, it would be very difficult to do because, for one, you don't know how many times you've seen the color blue. I don't think you've been counting. Second, you don't know at what intensity to use to disbelieve the color blue. And third, even if you tried to do it and were successful, you still know what blue is. So it's still going to exist anyways, because you know. You can't just unknow something that you didn't know before. Because once you know, and that's it. And there's no really changing it. That's the whole difference between having the unknown and having the known. Because if you know everything that's going on, then it would be impossible to undo all that anyways, even if you haven't even experienced yet. Now, if you haven't experienced those things yet, it doesn't mean that it don't exist. But it does mean that it don't exist for you because you yourself haven't actually done those things yet or experienced those things yet. You've just been told by an outside source. Now that would be like someone telling you the lie and you not believing it yet. But because you heard about it or seen it, then surely at one point in your life you did consider, oh, well, maybe that is real. You know? So anyways, just go ahead and think about all that. If not, you think it's a stupid video, whatever, I don't care. I'm just doing this for my own records. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off. It's 12:15, so remember now, don't be mean, play nice.